Hello my dear students, today I am going to explain one more very important long answer question from simple harmonic motion. It is actually the basic concept of our simple harmonic motion. From this only our equation for simple harmonic motion has been derived. Okay, let us see what is this. In exam they will actually ask the question like this. Define a simple harmonic motion and show that the projection of any object along any diameter which is revolving in a circular path executes SHM. That's our question. Okay, and if any object is revolving in a circular path, it has several diameters. We have to take any one diameter. So along the diameter, the projection of the object means even you can feel it as a shadow of the object executes a simple harmonic motion. That's our concept. Okay, so first of all, let us see the definition of simple harmonic motion. The simple harmonic motion is defined as a to and fro motion. If an object executes to and fro motion, and always the acceleration of the particle should be towards a particular point, means mean position, and the acceleration and displacement must be in opposite directions always. Such motion is called as a simple harmonic motion. What are the conditions? It must be a to and fro, the acceleration must be always acting towards a particular point, and the acceleration must be directly proportional to the displacement but in opposite direction. Such motion is called as a simple harmonic motion. Now our job is to prove that the projection of an object which is revolving in a circular path along its diameter executes a simple harmonic motion. Means we have to verify these 3 points. What are the 3 points? One is it must be to and fro. So let us see whether it is to and fro or not. Second point, whether the acceleration is always acting towards a particular point or not. Let us see. And third point is, let us see whether the acceleration is directly proportional to the displacement but in opposite direction or not. Okay, come on, let us start. Now consider an object is revolving in the circular path of radius a with an angular velocity omega. Say initially it is at a point x. After some time t, it is somewhere here at a point P. Say the center of the circle is O. Means its angular displacement after some time t is given by theta, where theta is equal to omega into t. Got it? The object is revolving in a circular path of radius a. It starts from point x and after some time t it reaches point P. As it is moving with an angular velocity omega, the angular displacement after time t is given by omega into t. Now let us take x and y axis as diameters. Say this is one diameter x dash, and say this is y axis as well as another diameter y comma y dash. Now I would like to see the projection of the object along the diameter, that is y dash. How to see the projection? For example, keep a torch in this direction and observe the shadow of our object. If a torch is kept here, where does the shadow of this object fall? The shadow of the object falls here when it is here. After some time, the particle reaches to this point, then the shadow falls here. The shadow is nothing but our projection. Now when the object is here, the shadow falls here. When the object is here, the shadow falls here. Now keep the torch in this direction and see, when the object is here, the shadow or the projection falls here. When the object is here, the projection falls here. When the object is here, the projection falls here. Means the projection is moving downwards along the diameter. Here, when the object is here, the projection is here. When the object is here, the projection is here. When the object is The projection is here. Now, when the object moves towards right, keep the touch in the right direction, in the towards right, and observe the projection. When the object is here, its projection falls here. When the object is here, the projection falls here. When the object is here, the projection falls here. When the object is here, the projection falls here. Like this. Means, now let us observe the motion of the projection very clearly. I am going to represent the projection with my left hand and circular motion with my right hand. Let us see. When the object is here, the projection is here. When the object moves upwards, the projection moves like this. Now, when it is coming in this direction, see the projection is moving in the downward direction. When it is like this, the projection is moving up, the projection is moving down, the projection is moving up, the projection is moving down. It is moving in the circular path, its projection is moving in the downward direction. So, is it clear? So, as the particle is moving along the circular path, the projection is moving along the diameter upward direction and now downward direction. Is it clear? Means the projection is making to and fro motion. When the particle completes one circle, half oscillation, full circle, complete oscillation. Is it clear? Means one circular motion is equal to one oscillation along the projection. So, our first condition is verified. Now, we have to verify the remaining conditions. Now, if I draw a perpendicular line on y dash from P, it hits at N. When the angular displacement is omega into t, let us see the displacement of the projection along y-axis, say that is y. If this is theta, this is also theta. To find the value of y, if this is y, this is also y, I am going to take a triangle OPN dash. From OPN dash, what is sin theta? Sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, that is y by what is our hypotenuse? It's nothing but radius of the circle, that is a. So it is a, that implies y equal to how much? A sin theta. And already we have discussed that theta equal to omega into t. So I can write here y is equal to a sin omega t. Say this is equation number 1. Now let us observe the acceleration. As the particle is moving along the circular path, its centripetal acceleration always acts towards the center. So it is say acceleration acting towards the center. This is acceleration of the particle AP. Now what about the acceleration of the normal? So how the normal is moving? With what acceleration the normal is moving? We have to study now. For that also I am taking a triangle OPN or OPN dash. We can take any one. This is theta, this is also theta. So from this again if I take a sin theta, now I am taking accelerations. The ratio of acceleration along opposite direction means acceleration of the normal. I represent this with AN by acceleration along the hypotenuse, that is towards the center, that is AP. So it is nothing but AP. That implies the acceleration of the normal is equal to AP sin theta, where theta means omega into t again. So AN is equal to AP sin omega t. But what is the centripetal acceleration? The centripetal acceleration is given by a omega square, right? In general we say that r omega square. So here it is a omega square. An is equal to AP sin omega into t, where AP means acceleration of the particle, which is nothing but the centripetal acceleration. The centripetal acceleration is given by r omega square. Here r means radius of the circular path, that is a. So it is in place of AP I can write a omega square into sin omega t. But see, if I write this A sin omega t at a place, what happens? An is equal to omega square into A sin omega t. But earlier we have proved that A sin omega t is nothing but y. So in place of A sin omega t, I wrote y. So An is equal to omega square into y. The centripetal acceleration acts always towards the center. So when the particle is here, the centripetal acceleration is towards this point. When the particle is here, the centripetal acceleration acts towards this point. When the particle is here, then also the centripetal acceleration acts towards the center. When the particle is here, then also the centripetal acceleration acts towards the center. Now, what about the component of the centripetal acceleration along y-axis? So here this is. So as it is moving towards this point, the centripetal the acceleration of the normal acts towards this point, means towards O. When the particle is here, as the centripetal acceleration acts towards this center, the acceleration of the normal acts towards O. Means all the times the acceleration of the normal acts towards the point O, like this only. But the displacement is always away from the center, means the displacement and acceleration both are in opposite directions always. That's why we have to keep a negative sign here. As the particle is revolving with a uniform angular velocity omega, omega is said to be constant. If I remove this omega, I need to place a proportionality symbol. That's why it is An is proportional to minus y. Means the acceleration of the normal or the acceleration of the projection always directly proportional to the displacement, but in opposite direction. These are conditions for SHM. So it is satisfied our SHM conditions. Hence it is proved that when an object is revolving in a circular path, the projection of the particle along any of its diameters executes SHM. It is proved. Okay. Now in exam they may ask part C, a numerical problem. So that may be any. That's why I am discussing important problems of SHM in a separate session. Practice all the problems. He may give any problem here. I am not explaining any particular problem here because there is some probability to give some unknown or new problems also. They may change the problem. If I explain that problem here, if the problem doesn't appear here, you may feel bad. That's why I am explaining all the problems in separate session, and it helps you to learn the concepts and it helps you to practice more number of problems, which helps you to attempt MCET, NEET or mains exams. Okay. So take PDF, practice well. See you all in the